My name is Tom Hallgren, Food Share Employment and Training Case Manager for Workforce Resource. I thank you for your interest and attendance today. I will be discussing with you the purpose of FSET enrollment and participation, as well as opportunities offered by the FSET program. You should have received or will be receiving orientation paperwork today. Please wait until after this presentation to begin filling out your paperwork. So why are you here? Because you are receiving food share benefits and have been referred by your income maintenance agency to enroll in the Food Share Employment and Training Program, also referred to as FSET. Let me tell you about the FSET program. Basically, it's a program that provides opportunities to you to expand on your job skills so that you can find a well-paying job. Some of the opportunities include training, work experience, and job search assistance. I'll be talking more about these later. FSET is a voluntary program with 3 different types of participants: non-exempt able-bodied adults without dependents, exempt able-bodied adults without dependents, and non-able-bodied adults without dependents. There may be circumstances in which you may be found exempt from meeting the working requirement for food share. Exemptions from the working requirement include being deemed unfit for employment, receiving temporary or permanent disability, chronic homelessness, receiving unemployment compensation, AODA treatment or rehabilitation, being a student of higher education, a high school student, 18 years of age or older, attending half-time or more, primary caregiver of a dependent child under the age of 6 or an incapacitated person, receiving transitional food share, meeting the 80-hour per month working requirement or work program participation. We'll be talking about this more in a moment. Or being self-employed 80 hours a month or earning $935.25 gross income. The IM agency determines the exemption. The FSET case manager can assist you in filling out an exemption if you feel you may be unable to work or participate in the FSET program. For able-bodied adults without dependents, your participation options include the following: 80 hours a month of assigned activities, which can include job search, workshops, training, and unpaid work experience. Also, workfare, which is an unpaid work experience where the number of hours is calculated by dividing your food share allotment by federal minimum wage. Lastly, combined activities that total at least 80 hours in a month. This can include paid work, work experience, job search, GED classes, and workshops. As a reminder, once you find a job where you're working at least 80 hours each month, you will no longer have to participate in the FSET program unless you want to volunteer for job retention services. For able-bodied adults without dependents, these individuals are subject to time-limited benefits, also known as TLBs. You are allowed 3 TLBs, or 3 months of not meeting an allowable work requirement for food share benefits. 3 exhausted TLBs results in a loss of food share benefits for 36 months. In other words, you are allowed 3 months or 3 TLBs of not participating before you lose your food share for 36 months. Be sure to ask your case manager about TLBs to sustain a full understanding. There are several ways to get your food share back after exhausting 3 months of time-limited benefits. One of which is working a minimum of 80 hours in a 30-day period after losing your benefits. Participate and comply with requirements of an allowable work program. For example, this can include participating in the WIOA or W-2 program for at least 80 hours in the 30-day period. A combination of work and participation in an allowable work program for a minimum of 80 hours in the 30-day period. Meeting an able-bodied adult exemption at the time of the application. Just a reminder, we can assist you with getting the exemption, such as a medical form from the doctor if you are unable to return to work, or the 36-month period expires. Once you are eligible for food share benefits, you are eligible to re-enroll and participate in the FSET program. FSET opportunities for volunteers and able-bodied adults without dependents can include career planning and counseling, GED and high school completion courses, access to basic skills and English as a second language, career services workshops, which can include addressing barriers to employment, furthering education, resumes that get results, or CNA training. Also including hands-on learning opportunities, the Construction Academy, Information Technology Academy, Customer Service Training, Manufacturing Industry Academy, Healthcare Academy, and Hospitality Academy. Vocational training includes short-term training where you can get certificates in things like customer service, OSHA 10, and CNA. Long-term training can be as long as 2 years in length. Other FSET opportunities include help with creating a resume and cover letter, mock or practice interviews, assistance with your job search, work experience, support services, and job retention services. To tell you more about work experience, here's Stephanie, who is a work readiness specialist.
I'm here to help you reach your individual employment goals as well as serve as a primary contact for your work readiness activities. This may include resumes and cover letters as well as mock interviews. I also connect you to community opportunities such as a work experience related to your interests. Work sites may be located at your local humane society, schools, food pantry, and library. A work experience offers you the opportunity to learn new job skills, build a work history, and fill employment gaps, establish references, and network in the community. Also, work experience does apply to your FSET participation. Finally, I'm here to help you find permanent employment that meets your individual goals and interests. As part of your job search, I will be working with you to identify job openings available in your area. Once you're working, you may have a need for supportive services through the FSET program. Here's Tom with more information.
Support services are services offered to FSET participants that are reasonable and necessary for FSET participation. Job retention services are services offered to FSET participants who have gained employment through the FSET program that are reasonable and necessary for maintaining employment. These services can include transportation expenses such as gas cards or bus fare tokens, reasonable and necessary car repairs, books and other training materials for education and training, clothing for job interviews, course registration fees, child care costs, tuition and fees for short-term training, uniforms, and other work-related costs. Once you gain employment through the FSET program, 20 hours a week or more, you are meeting the requirement for food share. Then you will be eligible to receive supportive services through job retention for a period of 90 days. The overall goal of the FSET program is to help you gain employment and maintain employment. We're going to do everything in our power to help you get employed. Let's take a look at one of the many people who have found employment through the FSET program. John enrolled in the FSET program in Dunn County a month after being released from prison. John's individual goal was to seek part-time employment working independently. He gained employment with Indian Head Enterprises, working independently and with a checklist of tasks to complete each day. John was able to meet his occupational goals through FSET and is currently gainfully employed. His story is an excellent example of persistence, perseverance, and taking each day one day at a time. After this video is concluded, these will be some of the items that you will be filling out in your orientation paperwork packet. You will find the FSET enrollment questionnaire, which you will be outlining your job history, work experience, volunteer experience, and other information. You will find 2 release of information forms, one of which is a release for Workforce Resource to speak with an employer on your behalf about employment-related materials. The other form, you'll be able to identify anybody you would like Workforce Resource to speak with on your behalf. Be sure to ask your case manager about these forms. You will find the FSET flyer, which outlines program benefits. The Rules for Internet Job Search form provides you information on applying for jobs online and registering for the job service. You will find the Transportation Support Agreement form. Be sure to ask your case manager about the Transportation Support Agreement. Lastly, you will find the Rights and Responsibilities form. Please read this over carefully to understand your rights and responsibilities as an FSET participant. Also, any general complaints and concerns can be addressed to the FSET Program Manager, Mary Ann Gunner. You have a right to due process if you believe that actions taken by this agency have unfairly reduced or ended your food share. You can initiate such action by contacting any member of our staff and requesting a fair hearing with an administrative law judge from the Wisconsin Division of Administrative Hearings. Our agency will provide you with the form and instructions upon request. We can also inform you where to address a handwritten request. So what happens next? Returning your completed enrollment materials to the desk at this office. If you have not done so already, register with the Job Center of Wisconsin. This is a tool we use for finding employment and responding to job openings. Your case manager will ask for input to develop an employment plan which meets your unique situation and develop goals and assign activities. Thank you for your time and attention today. We look forward to the opportunity of working with you and seeing you succeed.